Yes, guys, we're live, and it's another episode of the Chequered Flag Show. Now, I'm wondering, does this look like a better quality picture to you? Right, let me know in the comments below if this looks like a better picture, because I've got myself a 4K HD webcam, so we should be even better. We got Bargav is covering for me as co-host. Your co-host Chris Welch is having some personal yes, has his personal reasons why he's not available. So I'm not going to go into that. But whatever it is, I wish him all the best. But Bargav is going to kindly step in for us for this today's show. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Some interesting Arsenal talk today, but pretty much, pretty
Yeah,
much good
yeah.
apart from
Well,
that.
I'm sure we can talk about that in the next show, which will be the North London Banter Show. It's a brand new show. Right, we're bringing latest news on not just Arsenal, Tottenham, but football, whilst bantering each other as a Arsenal and Tottenham fan. Hopefully, also get some guests on if it all works out and it goes well. But the way it only can go well is with you guys commenting and leaving your thoughts below. So, like I said, get your comments in, get your questions in. But we're going to go straight into F1's latest news. And so, the first thing we're going to do is talk. Manu is now with us. How are you?
Yeah, good, my friend. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Right, I'm even better now that Sir Lewis Hamilton signs new Mercedes deal. So Lewis Hamilton has finally put pen to paper and signed his new contract at Mercedes. Now, the problem um, is that he's only signed a 1 year extension, I'm told. So yeah, he signs for the 2021 season. Why only? So yeah, he's only signed for a year. So I'm just gonna share this. This has come from the BBC as they reported it. But your initial thoughts on the deal, Bargav? What do you think?
I mean, it's a really good deal because he's the most iconic star. So in that sense, it's a really good deal. How much? I think it was like 40 million, right? That
Probably
the
about
entire
40
deal.
million a pound demand a year, which is currently for his contract. Hang on. There is uncertainty caused by the pandemic as well as yeah. So that just mentions about the pandemic and everything. Um, yeah, Mercedes did not state the value of Hamilton's new contract, but his previous deal was for 30 million a year, with up to a 10 million pound available in bonuses. So he would have got 40 million pound because of all the bonuses probably added to his contract. So yeah, they're not stating. It's only alleged, probably due to the previous deal. So, talk Manu, being new to this, what do you think?
I'm just trying to figure out why it's only a year. Why is it only signed for a year? Is he wanting to jump ship?
I don't know. Maybe because, like, I mean, we've got these new rules coming in 2022, and yeah, look, Charles is in the chat. Hi lads, hope Chris is okay. Yeah, he'll be back. Don't worry. I'm into F1 to King Lewis. Oh, at least there's something we agree on. We just don't agree on the clubs, on the football clubs we support. But yeah, I think with the new deal being only a year, it is only a 1 year deal. Obviously, they've got George Russell, who's impressed in the Mercedes when he stepped in at Sakir. So that's been sort of the main talking point because they want to try and see where it goes. I mean, why do you think it's only a year? Is he waiting to announce his retirement or wait for a new ruler? Yeah, maybe he's waiting for George Russell to take the seat the season after. Maybe he wants to win that 8th title, because if he wins that 8th title, he's without doubt the greatest, like the GOAT of Formula One. It's simple. The facts don't lie. So I think if he does win that, which is more likely he is going to, then he could quite literally said, "I've done all I can for the sport," and he's tried to implement change in the sport as well, and move on from there, rather than carry on into 2022 with a new set of rules. Yeah, Bug, do you think that's something that he might be looking at?
I mean, I think the other part of it, it's also pandemic. So he may be looking at it and like he might get more money once that situation resolves. And then as far as like a 1-year deal, yeah, there's always been talks of him doing other things. So I guess it's his way of like keeping the flexibility and Mercedes on their toes in that sense.
Yeah, there's new rules coming in 2022, Charles. So whether he wants to go into that or not, I don't know. But I think also the sticking point is that if he signed a new deal, he didn't want Russell as a teammate, apparently, which is probably explains why he only wants a 1-year deal. It could be that he'd be retiring at the end of the season. It could be, but we'll have to wait and see.
Now, is that the most for anybody per year that someone's ever gotten?
What?
30 million, 30 to 40 million plus bonus.
I don't know.
You'd think
I don't
like
know. I
that'd
don't
be
know
like,
how Schumacher was on.
you'd think it like has only gone up and he's kind of leveraged himself to that point. But what's this? How much does the second highest earner make in Formula One?
I think Vettel's going about 30, something like that. I don't know. But
either way, it's a lot of dosh, isn't it?
I mean, it is, but
you're putting, unlike football, for instance, you're putting your life at risk. Yeah, you put your name on you put your name on the team sheet and you step in the car knowing the risk, but you do put your life at risk to raise these things.
I suppose you could, to a certain extent, you could say the same for football in terms of, the like clash of heads. If you had a really bad, serious clash of heads, it could be like quite serious.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be a really.
I don't think I've ever seen it happen, but
I mean, but unlike with F1, where you've had Hubert died only in F2 in 2019, for example. So yeah, I can see why if he wants to leave, I can see why they earn so much. If Hamilton does retire at the end of the season with 8 titles, then so be it. It would make him the greatest of all time. But I can feel he can 10 titles mark. Yeah, he could reach 10 titles, but it's again whether he wants to or not, whether the hunger's still there. I do believe the hunger's still there, but there you go. So we'll have to wait and see. So, but one thing's for sure: whilst he's in that car, he is going to be extremely difficult to beat. Extremely difficult. Now looking at some other news, because actually some other news just caught my eye actually about Mercedes' new engine. So this coming out just from motorsport.com. Mercedes admits it's battling some issues with its preparations for the new F1 engine for the F1 season, but it's confident it fixes by the first race or by testing. The German car manufacturer is chasing an 8th consecutive F1 title double, having been undefeated since during the turbo hybrid era. But it ramps up the start. Chief has revealed they're facing some early year challenges with the engine. But then they've had dilemmas before with the engines before releasing them out into the, because you don't want to put these engines straight out and then realize they don't work. Or as I've been barred back in, sorry. There is a random fact, but Andrew Benson is my. Oh, is it? Okay, fair. Which driver do you think could follow Hamilton and Vettel in footsteps in multiple and win multiple titles? That's a good question. I think George looks like to be the guy who's going to be replacing Hamilton, and if Mercedes is still at the top, that will put him in one of the fastest cars. And he's got the talent, right? He's shown it by beating his teammate, because that's all he can do in a Williams. He managed to get it in Q2 quite a few times as well. So I think George Russell can. If Verstappen is not so arrogant, he could win multiple championships. Leclerc's got the talent as well, right? And he's learning all the time. He's dragging that Ferrari to at least the podium. So, yeah. But it's like I said with these engines, is that they don't want to release them and then find out they're not working and they're having reliability issues. Yeah, so I do feel that I'm not particularly worried about this report, to be honest. I'll be more worried if it was towards the start of the season and they're still having these issues.
When does the season start?
The season starts at the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is in 41 days' time, on the 28th of March. It was set to be in Australia, but that's been postponed, maybe even cancelled. And so, yeah. It could be, So they've got plenty of time to work this out, as well as testing as well. And the more they test the engine, the more durable it will be, and the more they'll get more mileage. The more data they'll get, the more durable they'll be able to make it.
It's not a lot of time though, that is it, to test new engines.
To be honest, it's never taken. It's never taken F1 teams a lot of time to develop parts to fix things. They are one of the quickest responses when it comes to when they want something fixed, they'll get it done.
You have to realize, like, people are already working on next year's models.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've got they've got thousands of people already working on next year's sort of rules as well. So they're putting their investments into this season, whilst a little bit's been saved for the next one. Ads, how are you? Hello? You alright?
Yeah. Yeah, no, not bad. Yeah.
So, are you worried about Mercedes having problems with their engine?
Well, we know that Mercedes cheat, so yes. I'm joking. No, their engines are usually well structured. And, we know that because of how well Hamilton's ability, and then obviously a great engine will help secure many wins. And we've seen that time and time again. But, if the engines are faulty before the season starts and developing into the season, they get exposed with that, then there's going to be trouble in the press. So they need to get that fixed ASAP.
Yeah, and that's where testing will come in handy. They've had issues before during the season and they wanted to release a new engine. And they managed to hold it off a weekend. And they hold it off for that weekend. Then the next weekend, they fixed it. So, not as I said, I don't think it's nothing that they can't fix. And put it that way.
Oh,
I
Charles
still
is
make
in
them
the
one
chat.
favourite.
Charles is here. You know, guess one.
Yeah,
Charles is
think
like he's actually a good guy. I always said just give him time, he'll just stop bantering. Charles,
I
come on,
think-
mate.
yeah, Charles, if you want to come on, the link's in the chat. I think Leclerc, if Ferrari can get the car, the Ferrari car they're sorting out, yeah, that's obvious.
Was that you, Stephen? Then was that
What?
your Clark? Was that your throat then doing that little?
Oh, sorry, that must have been me.
Where's the where's the disgraced Peter Raymond? Where's Peter Raymond at?
He's still working out what I said to him this morning.
What did you say this morning?
I was doing a gaming broadcast, and he was going on about women shouldn't be in Formula One.
Oh, was that guy who was saying about women in the football and stuff the other night?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm better. Do you know what? It's just it's like
I'm waiting for him to come this evening, and if he
It's
does
just-
it one more, I said to him, he's on his last warning. So if he does it on this show, he will be banned.
I mean,
And
it's
that's
not
the end of
even. It's not even as if it's like a debatable remark because it's not. Do you
It's
know what I mean?
not.
It's just like it's dead in the water. It's like, come on, mate, just.
I mean, they have their own Formula W series now, which is headed by Susie Wolf to try and get female. So you see female mechanics, female engineers. There's been female team principals. I mean, Claire Williams was the team. Was the one behind. Was out of Frank Williams had a son and a daughter, and the son was the eldest. Right, he chose the daughter to be the team, like the next team principal.
I mean, there's the lady, the presenter of it's a lady. What's her name?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, there's Lee McKenzie. That's one of them. That's on Channel 4 though. But yeah, there's you see him throughout. I mean, like the mechanics doing the pit stops. There's real injection into female sport, female engineers and mechanics and staff into these teams now. So it's becoming more diverse. I would love Ricardo to win a title one day. Yeah, I think I'd like that. I wonder how many shoeies he would do for that. I'd love to see that. Oh God, I was surprised Hamilton did a shoey. He told me he said he wasn't going to do one ever. But yeah, we'll move on to the next bit of news because next bit of news concerns about Alpine's driver academy. And yes. So if I just Guanyin Zhou spearheads 5 driver. Get rid of that. Yes, please. Go away. Spearheads 5 driver Alpine Academy lineup for 2021. Basically, it's the Renault lineup, but with a different name. The youngsters have been unveiled as Piastri, Zhou, Lundegaard, Martins, and Collier. Lundegaard's a good driver. I've seen him in F2. Set to feature in the French Marquis driver development program for this year. If Zhou wants to get into Formula One, he's got to take the title for F2 this year. Simple as that. And guess who is? Guess who's in?
Hey.
I mean, honestly, mate, you sound like a broken record. To be honest, it's like it has this on copy and paste.
Yo, Peter Raymond, you are a can I?
Yep.
Peter Raymond, you're a pussy. Why can't you come on and say that? I'm sick of you always saying this. Like Peter Raymond, you are literally the enemy of this stream.
Yeah. Do you also want to mention about like the women he was going on about as well?
No, I'll just like he's just annoying. There's no point talking about it.
Yeah. So, but like I said, so these drivers will be spread out between F2 and F3 respectively. Zhou in the Virtue will remain at Virtuosi and Lundegaard at ART squads as they raced in 2020. So Lundegaard I've seen is a brilliant driver. That makes no sense because he never defended his title because he was never there, so he can't be. Right, you talk bollocks. Like if
Rosberg 100% record back.
what? Where's the 100% record? Can you like send me a screenshot? Because I'd love to see where it is because I ain't seen it. Right,
No,
and
Rosberg is
I could
overrated.
send you because trust me, mate, I could send you a screenshot of all the stats, and all the stats in F1 have got Hamilton, Schumacher, Hamilton, Schumacher, Hamilton, Schumacher,
Ricardo.
Ricardo. yeah. Rosberg don't even come near that list. Don't even come in the top 10 of any of those lists. Let's just put it that way. But I'm not going to waste my energy on Nico Rosberg. Right.
Overrated piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a bit funny how we all got you're going about Nico Rosberg, yet Nico Rosberg after he retired was all up Hamilton's arse. Yet it was calling him every name under the sun when he was with him, when they were teammates. Now all of a sudden he wants to be best friends with him. I will mention this though, because Chris mentioned this earlier, and Alpine F1 driver Alonso, he's a quality driver. You're telling me Rosberg's better than Alonso? Right. F1 driver Fernando Alonso has been taken to hospital after being involved in an accident while riding his bike in Switzerland. The two-time world champion was hit by a car while out training near Lugano in Switzerland. He's apparently suffered from he's having more examinations tomorrow morning. They'll give a further statement at this point later on tomorrow. The incident, they believe, has fractured his jaw, but they do expect him back for testing for Barcelona's testing session in by the end of the month. So they do expect him back. Right. 100% means not having to defend the title.
Oh god.
Not having to how does that work? How does that work? I'd love to know your logic, mate, because what is DT like behind the cameras? DT's a really nice guy behind the cameras, mate. He's a really nice guy, honestly, behind the scenes. Name me 100% a driver who has had a 100% record. Not Nico Rosberg, because he never defended his titles. He actually has 0%. Like, Hamilton has actually defended his title because he's got the balls to. You can't say he's never had to defend his title if he wasn't in the season where he's supposed to defend his title. It doesn't work.
Oh, lost you there a second, mate.
Yeah, you right?
You went. Did
Did
anybody
I?
else get that? Yeah, you went then. Did anybody else get that?
I don't know. I mean, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. But you just kind of.
Yeah, that's what I said. Is that 100% record means fuck all, right? You're going on about a stat that no one gives a fuck about. In Formula One, simple stats are most wins, most poles, most podiums, most championships, most points finish. That's all anyone really cares about, right? And if you're at the top of those lists, you're counted as one of the greatest drivers of all time. Facts. And people with an that know F1 will know that. So there you go. I will bring up some more F1 news now. I'm not going to waste my energy anymore on this. So, Ferrari's fired up their new engine, and for the new SF21, their car launch will be. Oh, I can't remember when it will be. It'll be about. It's not that far away now. They've come out with a tweet to respond to it, but like you said, if we have that problems with if we have those problems with Mercedes and it keeps going on, we could end up with Ferrari having probably a good challenger, but it's more than just the engine in my view. That was the problem last season. They were suffering a lot with drag, downforce, everything like that. So, Bargav?
Yeah. Sorry about that. My Apple device is like.
I was wondering. Yeah. So, but Bargav, what do you think? Do you think Ferrari's?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, Ferrari.
Do you think Ferrari be able to, if Mercedes get having their problems, do you think Ferrari will be able to mount a challenge? Or do you think there's other issues other than the engine?
Well, I mean, it's possible, because they do have really good resources. I think that it is possible, but there's definitely things they have to figure out. Yeah, it just kind of just depends with them, honestly. I don't see them at this stage, but hello?
Yeah. I think there's other issues to go on about. Honestly.
Do you think that do you think they will be able to?
Yeah, well, Rosberg is a fraud. Vettel's a cheat. So
I'm going to roast him any minute now. Watch this. Guess what I'm loading up? Bring out the stats. While that's loading. Why is it always takes for ages? Right.
You can't make a noise.
No, it's not working.
Can you hear you, man? Like, kind of, don't do them quiet burps.
Right, agree. Right, here we go. Right, hang on a minute. Right, I've got his stats right here. And you're gonna be finished. Because this is the last time I'm going on about this. Sorry. Nico Rosberg's stats. Right. 206 entries, 206 starts. He's got a win percentage of 11.2%. Of only 23 wins. 15 from pole. Winning fastest lap 6. Hat-trick 3. 1 home race. 57 podiums, 27%. Pole positions, 30, 14%. Fastest laps, 20, 9.7%. Points, 1,594.5, which is 7.74%. Points per race. Points finishes, 64%. Yeah, Raymond, can you just tell me, where's his fucking 100% record? Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. Can someone tell me where it is? I don't see it. No, I don't see it. I think you're lying, mate. You're lying. You're lying.
Quiet.
He's got, yeah, that's just finished you off. Front row starts, 28.6%. Now, watch me load Lewis Hamilton's. Now, Lewis Hamilton's you can actually find on Wikipedia because actually someone cares about Lewis Hamilton's because he's one of the greatest. Right? No one cares about Rosberg's stats because they don't even add up. But what is it? F1's to Grand Prix racing stats.
What was you playing that F1 game on? Was you playing it on an Xbox?
No, I was playing it on PS. I was playing it on PS5, and Dad seemed to come and challenge me if you think it was that easy. But he was like, "I'm on the Xbox." Right. He's got a better win percentage. He's won 95 Grand Prix out of 266 starts, so that's 35.7. 62% of those races have been on the podium. 36% for pole positions. 19% for fastest laps. 14.2% for most points per race. Points finishes 86.1%. Nico Rosberg's 64. Right? Front row starts 59.4. Front row starts 28.6 for Rosberg. So over half. Do I have to continue? That just says it in itself, doesn't it? Like, he's got 11.2% win record. Hamilton's 3 times better. Right? 27% for podiums. 62% for podiums. 14% for pole positions. But he's nearly doubled in nearly every department. So, yeah. No, I've actually met the guy. Right? I ain't got a photo of him naked, mate. Trust me. Right? You might do, because you've got probably no, like, women in your life. Because we know how much you value women. Right? He's got a relationship. It's called his right hand.
Pam and her 5 sisters.
What?
It's called Pam and her 5 sisters. See, I get it. Well, it's like you say Pam. You'd say Pam, but you're supposed to say Pam.
That's it. I've got to remember that.
I've never met her personally, so I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck? This is where I go mad, like, because people come up with these random sort of solutions like sprint races. Right, they're gonna come up. Look, broad support from F1 teams. Go away for a new sprint race format at some weekends. What the fuck? What's the point? What the? No, this is not how it works. Formula One has been qualifying, then the race.
Well, the whole part of Formula One is you can then see how reliable the car is. You're just skilling, judging the.
You definitely pulled a good one with.
And also the stamina of being able to.
No, that's what you do when you see Rosberg in the middle of the night, Peter. Right? Or if you can, that is. But yeah,
sprint races would be like how many laps?
Probably about half the race, something like that, or enough for one. Sprint races basically is where the tires don't last, so they put them on probably like this middle set tires, which last about 20 or 25 laps, and they have to race him, and then it's straight to the finish. There's no pit stops. I just don't think it's wit. Like. Unfortunately, Daniel, we have Peter in this chat, so.
No weirdness.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I know you were against the whole like reverse track racing, reverse grid.
No, we don't know, mate. Only you in your weird little world. Honestly, Peter, you need to get yourself a woman. Honestly. Right. I've never had a woman, but it's never been affected me like this. Jesus, like you've gone to the next level.
That's been a trend of YouTube lately, by the way.
Yeah.
Sadly, I mean, yeah,
What's
I mean,
What's the
miso-
trend?
like misogyny.
Yeah, just gotta
Oh, right.
confirm with Alonso, he has fractured his upper jaw in his cycling accident. Ouch. That's gonna fucking hurt, isn't it? The clues given about Vettel's new car. Ooh. Aston Martin looks to have revised their sachet at its disposal for 2021, with the Formula 1 team suggesting it has spent annoyed development tokens on redesigning this area of the car to help unlock performance. Ooh. Hello.
That's what's it called? Bentley's never had an F1 team, has it?
No.
Wait, are you talking
Lotus
about?
have.
Are you talking about Ferrari and their and what they're doing with their engines?
Okay, I'll tell you what. Talk money. Have you watched like Formula 1 before?
Of course.
Course.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through like everyone. Your favorite moment in Formula 1, whatever it is. I asked this earlier,
Ah.
right? Whatever it is. Mine are actually to do with Hamilton at all.
Do you know what? If I'm honest with you, I can't. Look, what I would say is I like when I'm watching. I like to see the overtaking, the really dangerous overtaking.
No, I meant like a specific sort of like driver winning something, or
Oh right, no.
you know, like
see, I
your
don't
favorite
know.
moment as a football.
Oh, favorite one was football. Well, that's easy, but I won't say it. I don't know. I can't really think because, like I say, I'm not really. I do. You know, if it's on the telly, I'll watch it. But whether I pay enough attention to actually absorb it to sort of digest it later, which is obviously what you would do.
I mean the battle between Hamilton and Schumacher was pretty good. Forgot the race name though. It was it was pretty much them. Pretty much like Hamilton overtaking Schumacher and Schumacher overtaking Hamilton.
Was it Italy?
That's
I think it might have been Italy. It was
2011.
2011. That's a pretty good moment. That's a pretty iconic moment, actually.
Let me just ask you this then. What?
Yeah, but you're facing a Schumacher that's not his best, though. That's the problem.
If Schumacher wouldn't have had the accident he had, and was still,
but the accident happened
would have
after his career, though. The accident happened after.
Oh, was it after he stopped?
Well, no, he came back. Like what happened was, I think he won like 6. Was it 6 or 7 in a row? And then he took a break, and then came back. Came out of retirement, and then I don't think he won a title once he came back after retirement.
No.
And then he retired.
Oh
and then,
yeah, I remember
and
now.
Then
I remember.
And then he got into a skiing accident. Then he got into the skiing accident.
I remember the news. I remember it coming on the telly, the news about Schumacher, and I was like, "What?"
And do you know what's funny is that when Hamilton took the spot at Mercedes, it was Kimi Raikkonen that was moved from Mercedes. Moved from McLaren. Sorry, right. That left the space for Hamilton because Raikkonen was going to Ferrari to fill Schumacher's seat. So because Schumacher retired, Raikkonen went to McLaren, which freed the spot for Hamilton. Right, and then in 2012, Schumacher retires. Who does it leave the gap for? Hamilton to step in his shoes. It's funny, that, isn't it?
What'd you make of the Barrichello Schumacher 1-2 finish, Austria 02?
I hated it. That was disgusting.
Maybe
even as a kid, I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I was a Schumacher fan. I didn't like the fact that Schumacher won it. I didn't. Like, you spell it wrong, mate. It's a W and it's an E. Louis Hamilton.
No,
the goat of F1 facts.
I don't fancy Norris' chances later on than in that chat.
With Schumacher and Hamilton at the minute, it's with either one. But yeah, I think.
Actually, do you know what? The question I'll ask you now is,
Peter,
we're
you talk. I mean, look. He can admit he can be wrong. You can't admit it.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you all the facts, and you still sitting there saying that the Wickle Rosberg's better. So, right, who's a delusional one?
Stephen, we never actually figured out, did we, what was it harder for Schumacher?
Yeah, I do
Or
think it was
harder?
because the cars didn't have as much downforce.
If Lewis doesn't win this 8th title and only stays 7th,
to be honest though, yeah, but I
who's
think
the
to be
better of the
honest
two?
though,
no.
I think I honestly feel it could be either. It could be either for me.
Because if he doesn't get that 8th title for whatever reason, the car malfunctions or whatever, then Schumacher, having done it with a harder setup. What are the speeds? Were the speeds the same for Schumacher as they are now for Hamilton?
Well, yeah, I mean they're on about this, not as much in terms of the cornering and downforce, but in terms of the outright top speed, speed probably. But in terms of
braking time has improved.
No, but in terms of like the downforce and development of the cars in general, it's definitely not as quick. It's definitely quicker now than it was back then. But even then, is that you could be, to be honest, I've seen performances from Hamilton that like I've seen Schumacher struggle to do. So it's a choice between the two for me.
Yeah, but when you say that, you've seen that Lewis.
It is, honestly, it's that close.
But is that not then down to the car being that little bit better at handling, a little bit better?
No. Because then you can say that about Schumacher because he had such a dominant car in 2002 and such a dominant car in 2004.
Yeah, but a dominant car only becomes a dominant car when you know how to push it to its limits and take risks. Surely.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what Hamilton's doing. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's just an interest. I like to kind of look at things from a different angle and think, well, okay, why is, and if, like I say, if he doesn't get that number 8, who would go with who? If it stays at 7 each, and then people say, okay,
I honestly sit there, and it's personal preference.
Yeah.
They're that close to each other. It could be either.
But
there's some areas where Schumacher would result, for example, people could say Hamilton's better because he's never had to cheat, right? Never. Whereas Schumacher has. So there you go. So
which one was the best?
by the way, Nuri made quite a good point here, right? For such an awesome panel, and this is woeful. Smash the like button. If you disagree with Peter and his disgusting views over the F1, right? Smash the like button, right? Because his views are just he should be back in the 1800s. Be honest, he should.
I'd love him to come on and just have a chat with him and just try and see.
I wouldn't. I'll put him on camera and slag him off.
Yeah, but no, first to see how old he is, see what his education's like.
Obviously not much.
It could be just, or if he's just an out and out, what is it, chauvinist?
Or he could be lonely or had a bad experience.
He has. Peter, the way you favor you women, you're never gonna get one or keep one in your life, mate. Ever, right? Right, and that's from someone who hasn't had a woman.
Fuck off.
Hello.
Yeah. Yo, so the Hakkinen Schumacher.
Don't touch me.
Overtake, final lap. That was actually really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a good moment, actually. I do remember those moments, actually. Those fights were pretty good. I think my favourite moment is Schumacher in 2000.
Is that the
My
qualifying
favorite
lap?
moment is when Lewis Hamilton cheats.
No, Schumacher in 2000 and Suzuka when he wins his first title with Ferrari. That race was an epic race. Right, two of the best drivers on the grid fighting it out for the title. Right, and yeah, that for me that was a brilliant. Right, but yeah, everyone that's in the chat, I want to hear keep smashing that like button. No, we're at 12 likes. I want to get to 20. People,
Was
Pete-
2000? Which was Schumacher's best year when he won? Like, I think he won like he just lost one race one of the years, right?
oh no, he did win. I think it was his best season. I think overall was 2000 and not 4, the 2.
Yeah, there was like one year he just won every race except one.
No,
I remember
no,
that. Like,
no. No, they did lose a race. A few, but not.
Sounds familiar to me as well. What bag I've seen, you know.
yeah, there was like one year where it was like the record number of.
No.
wins.
Yeah, a record number of wins, but not like no, but not in one. Not just losing one race.
I've got an interesting question for you.
Go on.
If Senna wouldn't have had the unfortunate incident that he had, would he have been the benchmark, or would he have set things that
No, I think
couldn't
Schumacher would have won as many titles. Let's put it that way. I think 94, 95 might have gone a different way. But I do feel that, yeah, I do feel in 94, 95 it could have been an epic battle between the two of them. So, yeah, no. Your opinions are great. Your opinions are great, but when you start slagging off women, right, they're not going to call you out, you little prick.
Yeah, go and stand by the motorway, mate, with your opinions.
Right.
Maybe one day we can actually have him talk about that, because no one's just like that for the hell of it.
Yeah,
like
it's
what
a bit weird,
Rosemary said.
I think Peter's doing it for a reaction. I don't think he's really like that, to be fair.
He better not be.
I've just had too many almond slices.
Too many almond slices.
And you started me off with
That
your
was a bit
Mawams.
random, innit?
It's you. I'm watching you and listening to you scoffing on your Mawams, and I'm like, right, what can I have? And then it goes off and found some rhubarb and custard. Oh, mate.
Well, yeah, it's always it's my fault. Yeah.
But I want some Mawams, but they ain't got any. And usually I have loads for my son, but just stop. I think because of all this lockdown, not been to the B&Ms. Have you got a B&M there where you live, Stephen?
What?
Have you got a B&Ms?
No.
Oh, mate, you don't know what you're missing.
Oh.
Bagab won't know what B&Ms is, but anybody else who's watching.
What is B&Ms? Is that like a
department store?
It's like it's like a shop. It's like maybe your equivalent would be. I'll tell you what it is, and then you tell me what your equivalent is. So B&Ms is like a big, like, discount store where you can go and get like a huge bag of Mawams.
I'm just going to give more clarity on the Hamilton issue. Actually, just one more thing about the Hamilton issue before we wrap this up, because there's not much else of the news other than this, to be honest. Total Wolf speaking about the deal. Lewis and Total Wolf says the ball is now in the 7-time world champion's court. It's up to him what he does at the end of the coming campaign. He joined in 2013 for McLaren. Yes, we know all this. Right, we jointly agreed a 1-year deal. First of all, there is substantial regulation change in 2022, and we also want to see how the world develops and the company. On the other side, because he kept it very late, we wanted to discuss the contract at the very end of the season between Bahrain races, and then obviously Lewis didn't feel well by because Hamilton didn't feel well, obviously, because he tested positive for COVID-19. And in the end, we started our negotiation and conversation just before Christmas. So that's why it was so late. And it was important to get it done as soon as possible. And in that respect, we thought, let's postpone the conversation about 2022 to a later stage in 21. Have we been there? Did we do that? Yeah, 2021 about their new. Yeah, March the 2nd. March the 2nd, guys, is their. March the 2nd will be the unveiling of the Mercedes new car for 2021. Should Hamilton win the championship this year, be 8th triumph and cement his place as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in this one's history, regardless on whether Hamilton wins or not. Indeed, Mercedes, he would have some big decisions to make this year. Lewis needs to decide what his future holds for him, and this, which is why I wouldn't want to comment on where Lewis stands. The other side, the team needs to decide long term what we are going to do about drivers. Bottas and Lewis have 100% commitment and loyalty to 2021. We will support them, and with everything we have, we will then look beyond this year and see in what is the lineup imagined in 2022 and onwards. Our final first discussions are going with about Valtteri and Lewis in respecting our values and so it's what he wants to do and what they all want to do. So just gonna quickly go through these comments. Jeremy, nice to see you in the chat. Like Ross, but no sweets. Leave us. Keep smashing the like button, everyone. And get us up to 20 likes at least. Come on, let's hit that like button. If anyone wants to come on, the links in the chat anyway. But I will put it in. But we are gonna start wrapping this up actually, because I've got my other show at 8. So yeah.
Hey Steven,
yes, Daniel, my disc. BH at stores. I used to work for them. Only been together for a month, but she means she only been together a month. My girl. You said, and she would bitch slap him. She hates sexist people. Well said. She can come on and give it some. If she want Daniel, if she wants to come on and let him have it, she's more than welcome to. I only been together a month, but she means everything to me in my world and more. Brilliant. Hey, can't ask more. Thoughts on Peter Raymond? Don't care what you say. Verstappen. Who's got me playing in the background?
Not me.
Daniel. Verstappen to Mercedes? Nah. Peter, calm down. Peter, calm down. Nah. Only idiot is you, Peter. Wow, Peter, why are you so vexed? Peter getting a bit upset. It's because he knows I'm right and he's wrong. I'm not commenting anymore if you don't like my opinions. Oh, good. Fuck off then. Fuck off then.
No negotiation there.
Well, the day you don't like it, fuck off. Bye. Mission already.
NASCAR's not better. No way. NASCAR's boring.
Oh, come on. Go around in circles in an oval, man. It's 500 times.
Yeah, it's got its. It's got
the only thing exciting about that is the intro the drivers get onto the grid.
It's got its attractions, but I would rather watch F1 all day long.
It's more challenge. It's more of a challenge in F1, right? Okay, Peter, you won't be missed. Yeah, everyone's going on Peter on 2x2 anyway. So, but yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. I think Unless Danny, you really do want to bring your girlfriend on, she can let loose. Trust me. 2 more to 20 likes is there. Yeah, smash the like button. I'm guessing I know who disliked it. I can guess. But yeah, 2 more. Get it up to 20. And as we wrap this up, so yeah, Hamilton signs a new deal. Troubles with the engine, but looks like they're going to be solved anyway. And yeah, just nothing else other than that. More than just waiting for, and obviously with Alonso sending him our best wishes with a fractured jaw after his accident.
20
So,
likes is in. 20 likes is in.
is it good?
Yeah.
Peter, you don't talk the truth. You talk sexist shite. You talk sexist shit, and you belong back in the fucking dinosaur age, right? Take your fucking right? Take your dead opinions, your sexy fucking opinions, and your sexy views, and go fuck off back to Victorian era where you belong.
You know, it reminds me
Victorian.
of you should have.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like someone out of Rise of the Foot Soldier.
I don't
Is it?
fucking care, mate. Can't stand these fuckers.
No,
right?
isn't it? I know the bloke's an idiot. Just the best
Right.
thing to do is to just ignore him.
I know plenty of women that will beat the living shit out of you.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it, mate. You know,
Right.
you walking.
So
Yeah.
don't even go there, mate. My sister would beat the shit out of you.
Mm. Hey, some great football to come up on the weekend, eh?
Hey, I'm not scared of banning you. Do you know why I'm keeping you in? So let everyone else just roast you. You know what I mean? Keep him in a trap so everyone just abuses him.
Roast.
Then maybe we'll get in.
Oh man, that is funny.
What?
What's he saying now? I tell the truth about anything, but you don't like that. You're so scared to ban me. Blah blah blah.
I will tell you, man, NASCAR's pretty fun, but yeah, I mean, in terms of skill, yeah.
Once he goes to
F1.
NASCAR, right?
Like you can't, like in F1.
No. I have watched an NASCAR race, and literally, by about the 15th lap, I was bored.
No. On TV, it sucks. Like actually being there at a race is way different. It's best to not show that on screen, though.
No.
No,
But I will be changing your name.
I will say this though, like I mean, like in person, it's actually pretty fun to be at those races. F1 though, like you can barely touch another car, right? And the cars go flying if you barely touch them. So you need a little bit more skill, huh?
If you do touch them, they get hit at 21. No,
Well,
man.
I mean, I guess like in NASCAR, like people drift off each other. Cars
Yeah,
tend to,
NASCAR
like,
in the
drift off
film
each other.
Cars is pretty sick.
Cars, what a
I
film.
mean, that's a good movie.
But, yeah, well, says a lot.
Who's your favourite character in it then? Bargav?
Oh, I don't. Are you talking about NASCAR?
No.
I know it's my favourite.
I know who mine is.
I know who mine is.
Tell us yours then, Bargav.
Forgot the guy's name. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years.
I can give you mine.
Go on then.
I don't know who the name is, but whoever Lewis Hamilton does the voiceover for.
Is that like the red car?
That's yeah. Oh well, yeah, that was going to be, but no, mine's Mater.
Yeah, but he should be the main character.
Yeah.
Hamilton's the fastest driver.
I will tell you about Sam. I told Lightning McQueen about Sam. He gets the pistachio ice cream.
No, it's on Sunday at 4. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap it up because I've got my other show at 8 with Nuri, who's in the chat. We've got North London banter. That's what we're gonna call it. All right, that's what we've called it. We'll be discussing football, Arsenal, and Tottenham news, whilst roasting each other and just bantering each other like we do on Instagram. And yeah, and hopefully, if we've got time left, we might share the link out and get people on as well. So yeah, so it should be good. Should be good for an hour. Like an hour bantering for a Friday evening. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's tuned in. Right, Peter Raymond, you're a sexist disgrace. Go fuck yourself. Right, go wank yourself off somewhere. Don't care. Right, everyone else. Right, I hope you have a pleasant evening. Hope you have a pleasant weekend. Right, and we'll be back at 8 with the North London banter, and then back again on as ads comes in for the last time. We'll be back also on Sunday with the Arsenal ladies versus Aston Villa away at Bescott Stadium.
Are you not covering the Arsenal game with Leeds?
Yeah, straight after.
Oh right, okay.
But
Do you want to
what
show
I will do is everyone can shout out their socials as well. So Talkman you, shout out your socials.
Twitter at iTalkMU. Just to follow me there with Rise and just have a read of what I've posted there and do your best to pass it on and push it out there.
Definitely. By the way, I don't need. My hair might look like a mess, but it'll get more girls than you. Ads.
Yeah, you can find me at Adzils on Instagram and Twitter. You could also find me on GNA TV with watch-alongs, match reactions, all of that stuff. And yeah, man, big up to this channel.
Yeah, big up to GNA TV doing excellent stuff there. Well, I think they had around about. Well, you had about 50 likes, 60 likes at one point, didn't you?
What?
I think one of your videos hit about 50, 60 likes, didn't it, at one point?
All of them do, really.
Yeah, they're doing well, mate. Doing well. Bargav, shout out. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you'll find me around on this channel and on Twitter. But hey, Steven, do you want to put the link out for that show for the 9 people that are watching this thing?
Not this StreamYard link. I'm
talking about like for the North London. Like, do you want to put
the YouTube link?
Yeah, put the YouTube link.
Give me 2 secs. I'm gonna post that right now.
Oh, if we can hang around after the stream on StreamYard, just have a
I will.
quick nap.
Yeah, I just want a quick word. I just want to quickly show you something as well. The Mad Tour menu. It's about the intros.
Okay.
Right, let me have a look. Let me share this. Copy. And then paste. Shout out to man like Chris. Hopefully we'll see him better soon.
Yeah, where is Chris? What's Chris up
No
to?
one. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Peter. No one cares about you.
Where's Chris at?
He's I'd rather not say his personal reasons.
Oh right, okay. He's well though, isn't he? He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. It's just personal
cool.
reasons. So,
Cool.
yeah, we'll be back later on at 8 o'clock. Until then, take care and stay safe and stay well. Bye.
Ciao.